how to make a mixtape.
I can hold it for this, for you.
On July 7th of 2021. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, wait, yeah. Necronoblicon released the fundamental slimes and humor. So that's a pretty good. That would be what you would hope for from an album. Yeah.
That's a good title.
I hope you listen to him. I hope you listen to him and like him.
I'll listen to him. I really will. I can't guarantee I'll like them. I'm not always into novelty stuff.
What a great gimmick, though.
I do respect a gimmick, though. I like it. I actually like a gimmick in music. Like, I mean, I grew up liking Kiss.
Yeah.
That's a gimmick.
Sure. Yeah.
They don't sound like what they look like at all.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about this just for a second, and I don't expect you to have this off the top of your brain because I'm the one that keeps throwing it out, but I just remember discovering bands on these Warped comps like the Matches.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was my introduction to them was Warped Tour comps and like a Wilhelm Scream, probably, stuff like that. So like, I don't know. I think that Warped Tour it wasn't just about like, hey, if you're into punk rock and emo and pop punk and stuff and ska, like you're going to just go. Of course you're going to go, but like they did a really good job of booking smaller bands that would be on the whole tour that would get exposure and grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
And they would always have like these small stages. And I was kind of make it a point that if there wasn't a band playing that I really wanted to see, I would always like at least go by that smaller stage to watch like the small bands and see if I liked any of them. And I remember buying some CDs and stuff.
It turned into a thing where like you could just, once it became so commercial, once Warped Tour was not really Warped Tour anymore, it was about selling shit. You could just buy a merch booth in like the merch booth
tent or whatever it was, like the area. Yeah.
And bands would play in their merch booths. So it just it got kind of lame towards the end.
That's kind of cool DIY shit, though. I don't know. Like I kind of respect that hustle too a little bit, but
yeah.
But it also did become a little much. I remember the later years. Well, my later years of Warped Tour. Obviously, there's a whole decade after our years.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember there being too many stages. It's like, okay, so there's the two main stages. There's the two secondary stages, which are also really big. There's the Ernie Ball stage.
6.
There's like one or two record company exclusive stages, right? They're like maybe a Vagrant stage or a drive-through stage. There's the local, not the Ernie Ball stage, but the like just the tiny band stage that we just put these bands that are actually on the tour, but they're not big yet. And then it felt like there was maybe one or two other stages too. And I'm like, what the? There's just too much. That's too much. Like I can't see all this stuff. And then there's the merch booth, and then there's the food lines, and then there's the water. And it's like, man, it was 5-6 stages was great.
I mean, but like, it was so fun when Ashley picked this theme because it was just, you can kind of feel it in your guts. Warped Tour Day, like you had the week leading up to Warped Tour Day, and it was like, okay, you were making the arrangements to go to Warped Tour. And, you had saved up money. You'd already bought your ticket because tickets went on sale 8 months in advance. So now it's like, all right, well, I'm going to save $100 for water. I should be able to buy 3 CDs. I should be able to buy food in the afternoon. Maybe I'll just get like a big festival style pretzel and that'll be enough.
Yep.
And like it just became okay. And then you didn't know the lineup until the day of.
Yep.
So once you got there, you stood around the big inflatable.
You're like circling stuff on like the chart, or you went to the inflatable thing, and you're like like you're trying to remember who's going to play when. Yep, for sure. Like,
and you're trying to figure out how to get back and forth from stage to stage based on who you want to see, or like prioritize who's going to take precedence. Who am I going to see that I might have to sacrifice somebody.
I do remember. She's right though. They would sell out because one, it was just people would travel. Like even it was traveling, but people would also travel because it's a festival, so you get to see a bunch of bands. But then people would go to multiple shows. I never did it like Ashley did, but I had friends that did. Like I had friends that would go to the Chicago and the Indy and the Cincinnati show, and see. So you have you have people going to repeat ones, which it was totally worth it because you could see a totally different set of bands, right?
Yeah.
But those would sell out, which is insane because they would fit so many people on those shows.
Yeah. It was really fun because I really did love to like revisit in my memory Warped Tour Day. Because Warped Tour Day was just such a big deal. It was such a fucking massive deal. I imagine it's like what some of those EDM kids get into now with like the Electric Daisy Carnival and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, do kids, I guess it's Lala now or Pitchfork or like Riot Fest. I guess
there's a lot of really good festivals. They don't travel. So you have to travel to them. And that's a different thing because then if you're not local, it becomes... It's not Warped Tour Day or Riot Fest Day even. It's a trip. I have to go to Chicago to see Riot Fest. Like the hotel or stay with somebody. It becomes like a vacation almost. Like you're not going to Bonnaroo or Coachella. It's a totally different thing. Totally different experience than Warped Tour. The whole idea was that it was local. They traveled to all the cities. You know, and even if it wasn't local, you're only coming from a couple hours, so you're still driving to and from that day. It's a very different thing. And they don't have it anymore. They never really had it. Like how many other ones there used to be traveling festivals and then they stopped.
Yeah.
You know. I didn't put them as an honorable mention, but I'll just throw it out. Cody Veals picked this on the spring one, but American Hearts by Piebald would have probably been on my list.
Yeah.
If he hadn't already picked that's like a great Warped Tour band too and a great Warped Tour song. But
sure.
That's already been on a mixtape, so
nice. Great episode.
This will be a fun one to listen to.
This is really fun.
I mean, I'm for sure going to listen to this.
Last 2 episodes are bangers.
Well, they're hitting at the right time too. They're both very summer feeling.
Yeah.
And we're in the summer, and I'm looking forward to just warm weather, window down, putting these mixtapes on.
It's so fucking hot out here. I'm looking forward to closing these blinds and bunkering down in the air conditioning all day.
Dude, it's been over 100 here for a couple days this week.
I'm moving to the Arctic.
It's stupid.
Yeah,
it's just stupid.
Hey, you have fun going out and doing whatever you're doing today with your friends with kids.
Thank you.
Make sure they keep their kids in the shade. I don't know yet.
Cool.
Staying cool for sure. Disc golf tomorrow morning.
Disc golf. I'm playing real golf tomorrow. Real golf. I didn't mean that to sound disrespectful.
Ball golf, Rod. It's ball golf and disc golf.
I'm playing ball golf. I really didn't mean that to sound disrespectful.
That's okay. That's all right.
Traditional golf? I'm playing traditional golf.
Ball golf.
Ball golf. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have fun golfing tomorrow. I'll have fun.
Yeah, for sure. You stay safe, stay hydrated.
I will. You too.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Till next one.
All right, bud.
How to make a mixtape.